Alright fellas, so it's been a while and you guys might be thinking, where was I been and what was I doing? Well, that's a long story to tell you guys, but yeah, I'm finally back to this channel. And long story short, this video will gonna be about the beginner mistake. As you guys know that in the past 4 months, I haven't uploaded the video yet and the manga yet. And you guys need the answers for that. And here's the answer. I was struggling to make those manga pages. Because of that, I really didn't got the motivation for making the video. And because of that, the channel was dead for the 4 months. So let's overcome all those mistakes and start a new journey from here. So yeah. So well, let's talk about the mistake number 1. As of all the beginners right now are struggling to make this, which is the punch. Can you draw this punch? Can you draw a punch like this? Can you draw the punch like this? Can you? I know you can't, because you really don't know how to do the anatomy. Because of the anatomy, you can't make any poses like this. Can you make the dab? Without having the reference, without clicking your own photos, can you make the dab? Can you understand the shape? Can you understand how I'm pulling these punches? Can you understand the symmetry? You know what is this called? The anatomy, the human body, the T-pose. This is the fucking anatomy. You guys really don't know how to draw this. And you're still trying to making the manga. And this is the same mistake I did while making the manga. And because of that, I was thinking to just drop my manga off and try not to make anything. Yeah, I almost tried to give up. But as of my great friend said, try to just practice and you will get improved day by day. And right now I'm learning the anatomy. So yeah. The storyboard. Do you know what is this? This is a storyboard, and what can this do? What can this a single page of a storyboard can do for a manga? It can help you. It can save you a lot of time. You just need to give a time to this to make a storyboard before making a direct manga page. All you guys do is try to make a manga in a hurry. Are you any Echiro Oda? Try to drop the one piece in such a hurry? No, you don't. You just need to learn the basic fundamentals of the manga. Before making any direct page, you need to make a storyboard. A little bit of a storyboard with a rough drawing. It's just for yourself. You don't need to show it to everyone. Like, you're just making for yourself. This is a storyboard for yourself. You ain't gonna show it to someone. So just try to make this storyboard before making any direct pages. So try to learn to make a storyboard. This is really, you need to give like 2 hours to make the storyboard before making any direct page. That's the mistake number 2. So as you guys know that I really did ignore the storyboards in my previous manga. So that was my really big mistake. And I really don't want you to do that too. So don't ignore the storyboard, guys. Let's move on to the mistake number 3 and the final mistake. Well, let's talk about the mistake number 3, the overconfidence. Like, I also have a little bit of overconfidence in the past 4 months. Like, I'm the really best mangaka in this country and nobody can beat me, but it was all just a little bit of quote-to-quote ego. And when I realized that I really don't stand anywhere in this industry and I'm just a douchebag who's just trying to make himself happy by saying that I'm a only known mangaka from this country, but I was really wrong. But let's talk about the overconfidence. Like, they always think that their manga will gonna break the records. It's gonna break the One Piece. It's gonna break the Dragon Ball. I'm the king of the big 3 here. I'm gonna create the new big 3. Like, you are any that Echiro Oda? Are you Akira Toriyama? Are you a Kentaro Miyoshi? What the fuck? Try to be yourself. Try to be your fucking self. Be on your senses. Like, and first try to improve your art. Try to improve your fucking skills. Because that's a massive skill issue, you can't pull off any pages. And you guys really think that you are the best. And I saw really the most of beginner mangakas, the most of my friends, they always think that they are the best and they can create anything. Like anything from their mind, but they can't even make a fucking apple. And I'm not joking. So you guys need to understand that don't have a fragile ego on your mind. Because of that, you can fumble your manga so easily that even though you made your own manga and you are ready to show it to the people, but when you get the criticism, you're gonna break your heart into pieces and try to take on the criticism. So that was the mistake number 3, and let's end up my mistakes. So before ending this video, I bought my friend Saizou. Yeah, you guys might be remembering from the last video which I did, the interview one. So he is back again. So let's have a take on his perspective, how the beginner mistakes happens and how you're gonna overcome it. So here comes the Saizou.
ठीक है.
So as you guys know, this is Saizou from the last video which I have done with him. Like, it was an interview about the whole anime industry. So he came back again in this channel to give you some little bit of info to you guys that how to perform in your own field, like in a manga or in an anime field. So basically, I just want you guys to know that Saizou will gonna teach you some of the things which is important to know. And so Saizou, do you want to say anything?
Yeah, thank you for inviting me again, and I'm very happy to be here again. And yeah, let's begin.
So I will be asking some questions to him. So my first question will be that what do you think about when you create something? Give some like 5 to 4 hours on a drawing on an animation, and but eventually there are lots of heavy mistakes on that drawing, and you sometimes think of it that I gave my best on this thing, but still they are taking out some of my mistakes. So how you gonna counter that type of feeling?
I feel like when making art or when you are in the creative industry, I think it's pretty important to take on critique in order to improve yourself for the long run. If you feel like that your art is good and then you show it to another person and that person feels like no, it's not, then it kind of demotivates you, and that's totally fine. But that doesn't mean that you will stop drawing just because one guy said it's not good. It might be true, it might be not, but you have to learn to take the criticism, apply it to your drawing, improve yourself, and make another artwork that is way better than the last one you made. So I would really suggest that you can take as much critiques as you want. It will only make you stronger.
So here's my second question for you, that what are your opinion on when people try to make a schedule for their practice and still they are still messing up with sometimes, and there are ups and downs on the schedule, like at this time they have to draw something, at this time they have to make a plot line, but still they are messing it up. So how you gonna improve your schedule? Like,
I mean, making a schedule is a pretty normal thing to do. I think most of us make schedule for several tasks, be it study, be it art, be it anything else you want to improve on. So making schedule is not a bad thing until and unless you are setting the goals too high. You are not capable enough and you are setting the goal like afar off your capabilities, then I think it makes it unrealistic to achieve those goals. So if you are making the schedule for yourself, I would really suggest keep it short, keep it achievable, so that you get the frequent dopamine hit of completing a task, and then it gives you more motivation to carry on your process. But it doesn't mean that you have to follow a schedule. You can also go with normal routines. You can make artworks. You just have to get the mileage. Mileage is basically making lots of artworks. Like throughout the day, you're cranking out like how much 10, 15, 20 drawing, and that only means that you are practicing it again and again and again. So I feel like that is also important. So it totally depends on you, on which method you are willing to choose, and you would be able to get results from that. Because for me also, I also made a schedule in the beginning of the year, but it didn't work out like the way I imagined it to be. So I was like, okay, fine. It's fine if I can't follow a schedule. I will just crank out the drawings. I will animate every day. I will draw every day, and eventually I will improve. So yeah.
so my last question is, what are your opinion on that thing where people make it up to the schedules, try to do better, and they eventually become better than their past selves, but when they reach in the industry and see the competition there, so many people are there who are far better than what they are, and they see the level of peakness where people are just doing way much harder things than what you have did in the past. At that time where you think, now there is lots of competition, and would I be able to make it there where these peoples are, like I gave like 4 to 5 years to my life to reach at this point, and these people are just on the different position, and you might get depressed sometimes by seeing all these things. But how you gonna come back from all these things? What were your experience during that time?
I feel like competition is a crucial part of any growing industry, and in every field you will find competition. Like it's a famous quote that you can't be the best. There would always be a Asian kid better than you who has been doing art since he was in his fetus state. So, so yeah, you can't always compare yourself to other people who are at greater positions. So the only thing that would matter is that you compare yourself with your past self. That's the best thing you can do. And comparing is not bad because that gives you a drive to move further. You can see the far path, the far goal you want to reach in front of your eyes. So you know that I have to get in this level. But that doesn't mean that you will forget yourself and only chase that. Like it's rightly said that art is not a sprint, a marathon. It doesn't matter who reaches first. You just have to complete it. So yeah, that's what I would like to say about this. And don't compare yourself.
So yeah, that's it. That's for the questions. Yeah, before leaving this session, Saizo, I really want to ask one personal thing to you. What do you think about my skills, how I've been doing and how I've been improving? What are you gonna say about that?
Um,